everybody. Yes, it's me, Akemi, coming back with another wonderful stream, and I have just been so stoked. It's been too long. It has absolutely been just too long from streaming. And oh god, I think my numlocks are a little bit mapped to music. Hold on, let me try this again. Please. Okay, I have to be good and not touch certain things, which is fine. But hello, yes, hey everybody, how are you guys doing today? I'm just so happy to be here. If you guys haven't checked out the thumbnail, you gotta check out the thumbnail because honestly, it's one of the best things I have ever drawn is that thumbnail. So I'm just absolutely in love with it. I love it. It's just, there's no better sense of expression when you get to doodle something, and then when you doodle it, it just makes you giggle. And honestly, I really need something like that. I need to just doodle things and just laugh at them and just have a good time, because I feel like that's what making art is all about, is just enjoying yourself. But oh my goodness, Archimedes, you gave me quite a bit of tea. And not even like tea about talking about like embezzlement cases and what that neighbor's doing down the road, under the sewers with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kind of tea. You literally gave me 5 cups of tea. I don't know if I'm gonna drink all this tonight, but I'ma sure as heck try. Also, I want to say that the music that you're listening to right now, just because I wanted to make sure that I properly give a shout out to this audio library from YouTube. It is currently a album called Toki Wave. It's literally one of their first videos that you see if you go to their channel and everything. Just because, guys, I'm so sad, but apparently Lo-Fi Girl she's been copyright claiming my videos, which, honestly, as she should, because I did use her content and I did use Lo-Fi Girl for just background music. But at the time of using Lo-Fi Girl's music and stuff, which I feel like was a few years ago, it was something that could have been copyright free and you could play it in the background. But obviously things have changed, and now I think she's going more into a direction of like, well, she wants to keep doing what she's doing. She's gonna have to, make a little bit of money. But that's just my opinion. I don't know the whole story. Definitely give a look into it if you have some time. But otherwise, I was like, oh, well, I don't want to stream with no music. I'd be so sad. So I'm so grateful that I found this audio library channel. So thank you so much, because I was like, I need some type of music in the background as I'm doing my thing. So, yes, oh my goodness, it's been a while, but how are you? How is everybody here? I'm so happy to have you. It's been absolutely a wild ride. It feels like the past 3-ish weeks since the last time I streamed, but that being said, let's get into it, because, well, as I was animating my little budgie friend and getting ready, which I haven't continued. I have put that aside for now and everything. But as I was making her, they wanted me to, like, hey, give me a corporeal form. Hey, give me a corporeal form. So, I couldn't really exactly argue, especially considering that, they are the ones that give me all of my amazing witchly powers and stuff in the first place. So I decided, right. I gave Archimedes a corporeal form. I'm working on Budgie giving you a corporeal form, and I guess since, you gave me pairs of shit, I should probably give you a corporeal form. So, with that said, we today are gonna be doing some drawing. Yes. So, if you are drawing here, if you are also an artist and you are doing some drawing, I would not mind if you wanted to draw with me. Ha-ha! Oh, there she is! Beautiful and glorious. I'm sorry. There they are. They are beautiful. They are glorious. This is one of the corporeal forms that they want me to do. And hello, Jeff. It's so good to see you. And hello, Zari. Thank you so much for joining the stream. I appreciate you coming. It looks like Archimedes made you quite a bit of tea, and it'll probably take you a while to consume all of that. But you know what? It's probably going to be worth it, honestly. So, yes, I'm stoked. I'm happy. We're gonna have a fun time. We are gonna have a blast. I'm gonna get into this, and we're gonna just start drawing. Again, if you haven't checked out my thumbnail, you really need to, because it's just an adorable doodle, and I am all about that. I just love it so much. It's so good. Ah! Okay. All right. Let's get into this. Yes, I am drawing my lovely wish dragon, and unlike the other two that I've done with my budgie friend, who I still have yet to have a name for her, and Archimedes, and who gives us delicious tea and everything, for the wish dragon, I don't have a name for them. Besides, well, obviously, wish dragon. Because this is just, they wanted me to corporalize the form, so I gotta get to work. And I sketched it out, I showed it to them, they were happy with it, which makes me honestly really happy, because, I mean, there was a lot to draw there, so I'm just really happy that they're fine with this adorable little wish dragon. So, we're gonna get into it, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna draw them, because they are the ones that reigns in this domain. Yes. I kind of want to, because I'm a sucker for, like, having eyelash. Woo! Apparently I can't draw on this layer. What? Oh, but this layer's 21. That's black. Hold on a second. We're going to make this a 0 layer. I prefer that when I'm drawing, I like to have, I kind of like to have it on a multiply layer, and you see this layer in the background that's just really dark. I just prefer having a very dark background. And I need to get better at naming conventions with my layers, because I remember when I had my art lessons, that was one thing that my teacher told me. My teacher was like, you got some chaotic layers. And I'm pretty sure he said it a lot nicer than that. But that was my takeaway from it, where it's like, yeah, I probably should be, a little bit more organized. But here I am, doing my thing, and all the mess, which is fine. Okay, lock that layer, because we don't want to draw on that layer. We really don't, so let's not. Okay. Excuse you. B for brush. Okay. I kind of want some peachy eyelashes. Or at least that's what they're telling me. They're like, I would like to have like these gorgeous albino like eyelashes. Also, hello, Boris. It's so good for you to join the stream. I missed your face. I hope you're doing well. Hope things are okay over there. Yes, we are here with some Saturday Night Live. A sketching. Yes, absolutely delicious. Amazing. Glorious, isn't it? You're a dragon too. That's awesome. Yes, more dragon friends. Hello, okay, it's so good to see you. I'm glad that you made it. Hope your Saturday night is going well. I'm over here trying to draw their form. They are very adamant about what they want. Dang it, why is this? What's going on? What's happening? Oh, my opacity up here. I honestly think anytime I touch my numlock keypad, for whatever reason. Okay, you know what? We're just gonna... Whoop. There we go. We're gonna build off of this. I honestly think that when it comes to art, sometimes just watching the line art process has gotta be one of the more fun things when you're watching. Ooh, I like that. Oh, I'm liking that. I'm liking that a lot. Ooh, yes. Give me wings. Give me wings so I can fly away from this. Okay. Yes. Dragon! Yes, dragon. I'm very tempted to make a different kind of joke, but I'm not going to. So yes, it was a dragon, and I am very excited to be drawing it. Unfortunately, my shortcuts for my VTuber model are all numlock keys, and they are messing with the opacity on here. So I guess the shortcuts are just a little bit wonky. That's okay. No. We're not gonna break it. Because we're just, I know the main line that I want to break it into. All right. Okay. gonna change the line art. I don't want it to be just black. Lower the opacity on this. Just because since my purple is really dark, I still want to be able to see it. Alrighty. Time to just be drawing. Yes. So I guess I should have a little bit of story time because if you looked at like a couple of my last posts, last Friday, not this last Friday, but the Friday before the last Friday, so like 2 Fridays ago, I basically told everybody, hey, I'm gonna go and celebrate with friends and family. I want to be there for them. They accomplished a goal that means a lot to them, so I wanted to be there and celebrate with them, so I put off my stream for that Friday night. And then a little misfortune happened. A series of unfortunate events happened because the next thing you know, Saturday, I was okay until I wasn't. And I did get a little bit of indigestion. And you would think with the two posts right next to each other, it kind of looked like the context was I went out and celebrated with my friends and family, and then I got sick for doing that. I was like, guys, I ate something I shouldn't have. Oh my god, bleh. But no, I promise you that's not what happened. Oh god, I've never gotten food poisoning from a restaurant, and I want to keep it that way. So thankfully that did not happen to me. But, I did, unfortunately, kind of ate a little bit of some rancid strawberries Saturday, a little bit too close to streaming time, and yeah, I got a really bad case of indigestion, and so I was like, guys, I really shouldn't have eaten those strawberries. So I appreciate everybody's patience with me in that matter, and oh my god, I don't want to experience that again. Thankfully, like I said, it was only a small bout of indigestion. I didn't get seriously sick, but would not recommend. Don't eat rancid strawberries. Just don't do it. Does anybody else have this problem when they're just trying to make line art where it's like they make a curve and they're like, it doesn't look right. And they make it again, 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 and it's just constantly controlled. So. But I feel like I've run into that problem quite a bit. Whereas, like, I am not satisfied with this line. Also, yes, thank you, Jeff. Noted. Yes, don't eat bad strawberries. It's just a bad idea. I think I may have goofed by taking a picture of this sketch and making the resolution so redonkulously high that because of that, I can zoom in really far, but then I just kind of lose context. Come on. Come on. Come on. First try. Nailed it. But yeah, so that was kind of a little bit what happened last week, just to catch everybody up and everything. And I appreciate your kind words. Do you believe... Oh, wait, hold on. Let me go check for sure, because I don't want to misquote. Well, I think you know who you are. Maybe that's a little bit rude of me if I just suddenly and abruptly, like, point you out. So I'm just going to say thank you for your kind words in the community tab and the comments of wanting me to get better. I appreciate that, and I had another person that did the same thing in a later comment of the video, so thank you for that. I really appreciate it. That's so nice. You beautiful people know who you are. Okay, let's fiddle with this ear a little bit. Here we go. If I'm gonna make the line right here where it's kind of like the dip into the ear, I want to erase. Whoa! I erased too much. Instead of chasing that dragon, now you're drawing that dragon. Yes, I'm drawing the dragon. The Amazing Wish Dragon. Obvious. Here we go. Cute little horn. There I go again. Whee! Woo! Woo! Hey, that one looks really good. Let's keep it. We're just gonna come in here. We're just gonna clean up this a little bit. Oh, right, because before I streamed this one, I was getting over a little bit of. Let's see. I admit okay, hold on. I'm not gonna read the chat. Or say you say, I admit that was my thought, was that either you didn't agree with what you ate at the celebration, or you really agreed with what y'all ate. Oh my god, it works both ways! Oh, that's freaking hilarious. Ah! Oh, thank you. I needed that. That's so good. That's great. That's fantastic. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, so thankfully, it did not persist. I feel like that's always a good word for that. It did not persist. Come on. Ooh, wait. I can work with this line. Here we go. Perfect. Keep looking at it. It's like, Almost at the end of my playlist here. I'm gonna start it over. Whee! I'm a sucker. I really love this First Rain by Toki Wave. That's really good. Or did I mispronounce the album? I might have mispronounced the album and I apologize. I'm the type of person where I will repeat a song on loop until I get utterly bored of it. I gotta absorb every ounce of dopamine in that song before I have to move on to the next one. Has anybody else done that? They've just kind of basically had to absorb a song into their very existence and being until they finally decided, you know what? Okay, now I'm over it. I really like the way that this is right here. So I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take this here, this line here, and I'm gonna copy it. I'm gonna bring it over. I think. Ah, that looks wonky. I don't like it. You know what? We're gonna trust our artist instincts. That was a pretty good start. Yeah, I like the way that it comes up and then over. Yoink! Ooh! Oh, that's a good line. Kind of looks like a teardrop. Let's see. I do that too, says Zara. I'll repeat a song a lot, but let's say repeat a song a lot, but never until I don't like it. Yes! We're in the repeated loop song club! Yes! Oh my god, isn't that so true though? You'll like have a song that you really liked and then you'll start playing it again and then you'll rediscover it and you're like, oh my god, I used to listen to this so much as a kid! Or like so much in my college years. That's kind of been me because I've been rediscovering my old college playlist from years ago and just been kind of sitting there like, oh my lord. I miss this music. I apparently listened because my fellow school peeps, they introduced me to. I really like the way that this horn dips down like this. I don't like that this one's so flat and cut off. Let's fix it. I don't care if it's atomically correct or not. It's a dragon. I can do whatever I want. I don't want to extend it too far because I don't like where the ear is positioned right there. Okay, what we're gonna do, get the good old lasso tool in here. We're gonna have our lasso tool friend help us out. Figure out with placement and stuff. Okay, because I want it more further up here. Here we go. Kind of like that. Bend it down a little bit. Okay. Before, after. Sometimes I have to zoom really out or like go cross-eyed. Before, after. 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 I honestly still like the before just because the after kind of almost feels like it's going to create like a tangent, like encircling line. And I like that before this goes beyond where the ear slopes up. So that way they don't like intersect like too like tangentically, if that makes sense. Screw it. Moving on. Because I don't need to sit here and try to make this perfect. I don't need to nitpick over the fine details. I just want to draw. But anyway, yeah, I feel like that's been a lot of me lately is after been finding my musical playlist again. That just so many fond memories of the music. And I think the music that I was talking about that I really, my college peeps really got me into was something from U2 where they're kind of like more of a techno anime-based music or something. I only call it anime-based because they always use anime-based thumbs or previews. Pictures! Oh my god. Brain. Dead. And they were called, and they are called Crucia. Whoops. Perspective looks a little bit off. Let's fix that. Okay, okay. Alright. I kind of like that. It's further away. It goes back down. Like a soul. Like a soul. Ooh, okay. Alright, there we go. I kind of like that a little bit better. Flip that. Okay. Okay. Before, after. Before, after. Before, after. Before, after. Before, after. Okay, but the after kind of gives me low-key, like Loki horns, where they kind of protrude out and then swing back. And I kind of like that. Instead of it just being like a natural curve going back. Kind of like the idea of like, if this was profile view, where, you know, you'd see your dragon friend here. And instead of the horns just curving, oh my god. Instead of the horns just kind of, oh my lord. The perfectionism in me. There we go. And instead of the horns kind of just curving back like that, that I like how the Loki horns kind of do a protrude forward and then back, kind of like a whoosh, like that. And that's what this horn right here is giving me vibes of, is that it just goes forward a little bit before it curves back.
Gotta erase my doodle.
All right, let's mess with this horn again. I think that's one thing that I really like about digital art, is just being able to grab line art pieces. Okay, I definitely want it more stretched out like that. Oh, maybe. There we go. It just feels too unnatural, though. I'm gonna keep the old horn. And you know what? When we can't figure out how the lines are gonna go, that's when you just draw. Draw! And I'm not meaning like pulling out a gun and trying to see who is a quicker shooter. Draw! Get the pencil. Get the pen. Get the paper. We'll come back to this. For right now, we're just gonna move on. And yes, I know that right here is where I'm kind of like thinking of some detail right there and everything. I'm purposely leaving that out for right now because I just want to line art the body. Because I want to, unlike Archimedes and my budgie friend that I'm working on, where I'm using spine to animate, I really want to try to kind of make a frame-by-frame idle animation of my wish dragon. So that's one reason why I'm putting a couple of line art pieces on different layers, just so that way I kind of know that it's like, okay, these are going to be more top layers and I want them separate. So that way I'm not like butchering the line art over and over. I'm kind of like making little save stations. I don't know if that makes sense to anybody who does not animate, but it makes sense to me. Yes. I hope everybody's Saturday went well. Let me know if you did anything fun, anything exciting, or just, just sat home, chilled, got some projects done. I know that I got lots of projects done. Today, I had to clean my cat's little water bowl and everything, because it's all about the kitties. Gotta take care of them. Oh my God. Oh my Lord, I just remembered. There was this crazy thing that happened to me this past July, and I totally forgot to tell you guys. So the thing that I really wanted to talk to you about when I was on my second animation stream, when I was kind of still a little recovering from catching a little bug. And so the crazy thing that happened to me that I really don't want to re-experience is I found, to my detriment, a mouse in my car. Like not just one mouse, but a mom and her 2 kids and 3 dead corpses and then there was another mouse, and it was terrible. It was awful. There was a nest in my car. It was just, it was terrible. I would never want to relive that experience ever again. That just really stank. I just absolutely hated that. Woo! But I feel like it would make a good story time. I need to sit there and compile my thoughts and actually tell the story in a more fun and elaborate way and everything. But oh my God, would not recommend. And so I see you're like, oh no, how? Yikes, a mouse in the car. Also, yay, glad that you were able to chill and work on your comics, Jeff. That's good. And I honestly have no idea how. I don't know how she got in there, But all I know is that she clearly got in there and started making a nest. Oh, I mean, for at least a month or so. She was like, she had like the main house, and then she had renovation part 2, like almost ready to go, and was just eating away at the inside like fabric walls of my car to make her nest. Like, ugh. Oh my God. I will never forget, because like as I was cleaning my car, I was doing a deep clean. And there was this section in my car that you literally need like a wrench, like a ratchet, to kind of just go in and like unscrew a bottom storage part of the car that's kind of like in the back. And as I unscrewed it, and then I, unbolted it is a better word for it, because they were literally like bolts. I had to get, you know, some tools from my dad to unbolt it. And next thing you know, as I was moving that thing, moving this big storage unit that was bolted in the back of my car, and this is like flush against like the metal part of the car and everything. So it's a very skinny thing. It lays down pretty flat that you have space and storage and stuff to like move stuff into the back of the car. And when I unbolted that and started shifting this storage space thing around, I distinctly remember hearing an eek. It was blood curdling. Just, oh my God. Like blood curdling for me because my blood pressure rose, and as soon as I heard that, I just froze, and I was like, did anybody else hear that? I thought I heard a squeak. And I lifted the storage unit out of the back of my car finally after unbolting it, and there she was. Just this big old mouse just staring at me. The mama mouse stared at me dead in the eyes, and I swear to God, I'll never forget her eyes, because her eyes literally looked like they were just bulging out of her head, and it was just, ugh. And her 2 adolescent juveniles, like, it's just in the middle of this little, like, nibbled away, like clothy nest, and just staring dead at me. And the little ones are panicking and everything. So immediately I reach for her. She runs and bolts, and then I have to pick up the 2 juveniles, and I gotta like, I think my dad said, you know, you probably should just put them out of the misery, but I didn't have the heart. I put them outside, like far away from the car. And then the most disgusting part was that because this storage unit was pretty flush, there was a tiny little space between the metal part and like the plastic storage unit that was on top. And there was 3 grayish newborn looking mice that were kind of like pancakes. Ugh. I think that was the worst part of it, was literally looking down after trying to get the juveniles and dealing with the mother mouse and like cleaning out that whole nest, is seeing the grayish newborn corpses just there. So thankfully no bugs and everything, but ugh. Ooh, that was not fun. But that happened to me in July, and I don't know how she got in, but she did. And she just, bleh. So hopefully y'all will never in your life have to deal with mice getting in your car. And thankfully it looks like I checked my, you know, my areas, my like with wires and stuff, and luckily it doesn't look like any wires have been chewed and everything, but oh my Lord, I just, ugh. So, yeah, hopefully you never have to do with that. It was terrible. Also, I'm glad that your day was relaxing, Boris Ace. You're gonna continue drawing some more, but you think you'll do that tomorrow. That's totally okay. Get that drawing. Like I'm sitting here and trying to get this. Is there a way I can put a song on repeat? I wonder. Can I? Or do I have to? I swear there was a technique that you could do in YouTube where you could make the chapters pull up for precise seeking. Hold on. No. You know, that's fine. I'm just gonna manually change stuff. But yes, absolutely terrible. Would not recommend. 0 out of 0 stars. And that was the big thing that I really wanted to tell you guys. And I was just like, when I finally got back on stream and I was just feeling under the weather and I just bleh and but sucked so much. Oh my God. And like, cause when I sat there and I thought about it, like this mouse, I don't know how, but she somehow was able to wheedle her way into my car and start building a nest. And this nest obviously would have taken time, had kids, and was just anywhere I was driving. She was there. Just there. Not paying rent. Horrible. Oh my God. So that was a life experience for sure. Not like the most fun life experience. And I think the thing that boggles my mind absolutely the most is because I'm a very cleanly person. I like having things very clean and neat and pristine. And even though, yes, I will admit sometimes the goblin mode can get the better of you and you just want to be a goblin some days and you don't want to do the dishes or your laundry because you're like, I just want to sit here and exist. But, my car is basically like, I don't use it as a second trash can. And that's just not how I operate. I always clean up after myself. I don't like leaving food in the car or anything. And so I don't know what prompted this mouse that took one look at my car and decided, yes, right there, I'ma live in that thing right there. So, I don't know. Maybe this mama mouse was either really desperate or just really crazy. I don't know, but I had to completely evict her and the youngins. Got free rides and didn't even tip. Oh my God, it's so true. Ugh, terrible. I would not want to find any living thing in my truck. Mice, spiders, bees, moths, strangers. Oh my God. That would just be, I think, I feel like it could be very comedic if you found somebody, you like got in your car and there's just some random person in your car, but also at the same time, that would be very terrifying. Oh, if you don't know, you can't get in my ride. Yes. I guess this is one reason why I just need to, ride everywhere on a broom because the only passenger there's gonna be is just me. Guess it's the perks of being a witch. Just like, you know what? I'm outie. I'm getting on my magical broomstick here and I'm gonna fly off into the sunset. And then, another fun life news. I actually was able to hold a wild crow. Now, there's a bit of story to this. It's not like I ran up to some random crow and scooped it up and was like, aha, I caught you, you're mine now. Because, honestly, no. I would be deathly afraid to do that to a bird that's very intelligent, like a crow. I feel like that's a death sentence. You would be haunted for generations by these crows. But, the other buck wild thing that has happened to me as of late is that I literally got to hold a wild crow, and it's because we saw a crow. I was driving and I was with a friend and they were like, oh my God. I was looking out the window because I'm a passenger princess and I got to have a ride. And I looked out the window and I was like, oh my God, there's a crow in the middle of the street. And my friend stopped and was like, wait, what, seriously? And so next thing I was like, yeah, it's just kind of flopping around. And this was a street that had heavier traffic. So this poor crow was flopping around in the middle of the street, just trying to get away from the danger. And so thankfully my friend, they pulled over and we rushed out there and I took off my jacket and I basically kind of scooped up this poor little bird, this poor corvid. And of course, as I'm getting there to scoop up this corvid from the middle of from dangerous traffic as it's just flailing around helplessly, you hear all of its friends perched on fellow buildings and trees and around just going, just like freaking out, which was terrifying because all I could think about is like how people have had stories of like, yeah, I like made enemies with a crow or a corvid or a magpie or a raven and they like swoop me and stuff. So all I could think of is like, please guys, I'm just trying to help your friend here. Please don't swoop me. Please don't remember my face and think I'm a bad person. Think I'm the enemy, please. And I managed to scoop this crow out of traffic, and thankfully we were able to get a hold of animal control and properly hand the crow over, and hopefully, I just really hope that crow is like doing better and will be re-released into the wild and taken care of. But for whatever reason, I don't know what type of injury it sustained, but it just didn't seem to have the capacity to use its back legs like at all. And that was just really disheartening. Just that its legs just felt like its entire back legs felt like they flopped out from the other side of itself. Like, I'll try to draw it here. So like if you have like a bird, and I'm gonna draw a little like, and so here we go. So you got like a bird foot right here and everything. And like this crow, unfortunately, their legs they couldn't even go back to the front of themselves. Like they could still kind of like go back to the front of themselves. But when we found it and it was flopping around, its legs were completely like backwards like this. And I think even like its hip a little bit like was backwards like this. And there was nothing about its feet that suggested it was like, that suggested it got like severe cuts or bruises or anything on its legs like this, but they were completely just back, like flopped out outwards from the rest of the bird. So like if I sat here and I drew my little crow friend, and when I was holding him with his wings in and trying to make sure he wasn't gonna hurt himself anymore, it's like his little legs right here were just kind of like, out this way for whatever reason, and I was just really concerned. So I just hope my crow friend that I managed to save from the middle of the street and didn't watch get run over and completely murdered by a car is doing okay. So thoughts and prayers for my mysterious crow friend. I hope they're doing okay. And that was the other buck wild thing that happened to me, kind of in relation to like nature itself. Getting attacked by mice. Well, hopefully not attacked by mice, but mice trying to move into my car. Rescuing crows from the street. Crazy. So besides that type of adrenaline, hopefully your Saturday is very chill right now and you are just enjoying your time. All right. Yes, glad I saved it too. I was so happy. And so it was really nice being able to hold a wild crow. Like it was a little something that was a little bit exciting, but also at the same time, I felt really bad having to touch it because like that, she, I don't know, but that crow did not want to stay in my jacket and I couldn't really get a good grip on it. So I decided, you know what? I know that like touching wild animals is bad because they could have parasites, germs, and all of that. But I told myself I'm going to make sure I don't touch my face and I'm going to wash my hands thoroughly. And I did have some hand sanitizer with me that I will hand sanitize up after this experience is all over. That I was like, I just have to use my bare hands. I want to make sure that I properly hold this crow because this crow was adamant about getting away from me. And honestly, I don't blame you. I think anybody would be pretty scared if your legs weren't working and you're flopping around in the middle of the street and some giant just picked you up. Yeah, I'd be scared too. So, but yes, I'm glad I saved it. And I'm glad that you're enjoying your time, Rosen. Come on. Come on. Come on. There we go. Come on. Whoop. 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 Okay. Try this again. Whoop. Okay, let's try this again. Whee! Woo! There we go. I did it. Because technically it comes down like that right there. But yes, I've really been enjoying my Saturday. I bought some fun cardstock and I've been making crafts and everything. I've also been really trying to get back into the habit of just drawing in general. I've been having lots of conversations with my therapist and stuff like that, and I feel like I've been really holding myself back when it comes to drawing. So, it feels good to draw. I still would really love, and I think that's something that's just a goal sometime down the road, is either I would commission or I would draw it myself. I might do a bit of both. We'll see. But to try to, because I want all of my thumbnails to be custom-made art pieces. Because if you think about it, a thumbnail is really just a canvas. It's a 1280 by whatever, I don't remember. But it's basically a canvas, and I feel like thumbnails have, they gotta be treated as the bells and the whistles, and you gotta click on this. Oh my god, you gotta look at this thing, let me jiggle the keys, jiggle, jiggle. And I just, I'm so tired. Okay, boys, let's see. Thank you for the stream, Akemi. I have to head to bed. Just wanted to stop by for a little bit before bed. Aw, thank you so much. Yes. And you have a good sleep, have a good rest, and night. Thank you for popping in. And let's see. Oh, Zara, you also said my Saturday was good. Went to walk to a local coffee shop and got tea. Yay! That's so nice. Ah, yes. Local coffees and teas are so delicious. But I'm trying to continue with my last thought before I lose it. Oh, yes. Thumbnails. That I feel like thumbnails are just constantly like, jiggle the keys, jiggle the keys, jiggle the keys. Gotta try to catch everybody and anybody's attention about, hey, you gotta look at this thing, look at this thing, look at this thing. And to me, that's just so exhausting. And maybe it's because since I'm a creative, I don't like looking at it like that way. I'm like, I just want to have fun and enjoy myself. And I feel like those who, make a living off of YouTube kind of don't really get to have that option as much. And that's just my opinion because if your main income is this place, then you probably have to try to figure out what's going to make you money. And then again, I also want to play devil's advocate here and say that probably isn't necessarily the, I was gonna say the norm, but I was like, I don't think that's what I wanted to say. I don't remember anymore. My thought left me. But anyway, I'll go back to my original thought, that I was so tired of being stressed about thumbnails and making them look so presentable that anybody and everybody and their dog and their left chicken breast in the oven is gonna fly out and click on my videos. So I was like, you know what? I want to do something that I would really like. And so I really envision wanting to make just beautiful original art pieces that could you imagine, even though like, oh well, most people watch YouTube on their phone and that thumbnail's gonna be so itty bitty and tiny that you're gonna lose all that detail. But imagine if you took something like that and you blew it up on the TV and it would just be this gorgeous piece of just whatever it's like a little bit of the context of the video is about. And I love art pieces that tell stories and just make you, I want the thumbnail to make you want to blow it up on the TV because you want to see the whole art piece in its glory. But I also have like concerns about, you know, with all of the AI and all that stuff going on, the scraping and everything, that I just would not want those thumbnails to be scraped. I know that I can still like glaze and maybe nightshade thumbnails. I don't really know how that works out. Whoops. But still, so that's just something I'm really envisioning and I really would love to work on. Actually make, you know, an art piece out of something that people just half the time don't even give a second glance because it's there to be the key jingler. It's there to try to make you click on things. It's an ad. And maybe that's why I just don't like thumbnails feeling like an ad. And even though, yes, I am guilty of it too, where I try to make, you know, my thumbnails be key jingly worthy and everything. If you ever look at my old stuff and everything, like, yeah, but that's not the direction I want to really go in anymore. I am struggling on this foot, man. What do I want to do with this foot? Yeah. You know what? It's a chibi. We don't need to get too detailed into it. There we go. I feel like this song right now is a perfect theme song to what goes on in my brain. It reminds me of Digital Circus. Oh my god, have you guys seen the latest episode of Digital Circus? I won't spoil anything or anything or whatnot for those of you that haven't seen it, but I really liked it. I want more. Come on. Draw the... This is looking really funny to me, brain. I really like what I did right here, though. I'm really enjoying what I did right here, though. Sorry, this song is taking me out. Right? It is. Also, yes. Good night, Roseanne. Thank you so much for popping in and saying hello. So good to see you. Oh, man. Yep, the song is also taking me out. And rewind. Okay. We gotta figure out this foot here. Okay, let's do a little bit of, we're just gonna take this away for a second. We're just gonna sit here. Let's see. Because if it's kind of like a dragon's foot and I'm thinking of a lizard's foot. Maybe this one needs a little bit of a backwards claw too. That's also more of a bird's foot. And at the same time, I'm gonna hold off on that foot. I feel like I had more of an idea of what I wanted for the foot back here. Oh, okay. I think I know what I wanted to do. I wanted to make like paws a little bit. Well, if I could draw it, I suppose. Line. How the arts. There we go. There we go. You know what? This was not in the original concept, but I'm kind of liking the idea of like, kind of like lion paws in the back. There's a really wonky foot here. I might have got way too many joints, but this is fine. Yes, night, Rosen! Night! Ugh, you guys are making me sleepy now. I don't know how much longer I'm gonna be able to hang on. That's the one downfall of a to me a very late night stream is just get tired. Okay. Hold on. So it's like a joint here. Move down. Joint here. You move down. There's like a joint here. And then there's like individual joints right here. So it's kind of like that the ankle bone is like right back here. Which I don't mind, but it just looks a little bit too awkward that it's too far back. We'll play around with it. Let's see. First, we're going to erase this line. All right. Let's take this. Feeties. How draw. Take the sketch away. Take the sketch away. After. Before. After. Before. Well, after I feel like it's definitely hitting a better mark. So we're going to keep it like that. I'm also realizing that, let's see, if their foot is like this. Maybe this is a little bit too far back right here, and this kind of needs to be pushed a little bit forward. Let's get that in there. Come on. Do. You know what? Screw it. We're just going with this. Yeah, I kind of like that. Okay, come on. All right. I think they'll like this. They'll be pleased with this one. There we go. Yeah. Perfect. And we can always change it later if we're not satisfied. Realizing my sketch, I really didn't work on the feet. Well, that's okay. It's like their feet are like mismatching socks. And you know what? I'm here for it. Mismatching sock feet. For all of you who are afraid of sock puppets, beware. This probably might not be the drawing for you. There we go. Oh, yes. Looks good. Yes, thank you. Thank you, Doc. Oh, looks like draft, ma'am. Archimedes has brewed you 5 cups of tea. Yes, you're gonna be awake all night. Oh, yeah, young. Isn't that a song? I think so. All right. Whoop. There we go. There we go. There we are. There we go. Cute little snoot. Yes, late night tea. There we go, I like that better. I'm actually really surprised in myself because usually, actually I don't know if I like that I did that. I like the previous one. Because usually I draw on like several bajillion different layers because I'm so I don't like crossing lines like this because I don't want to like get rid of what I had for the previous line. So this is actually really ballsy for me to do. Okay, let's lower the line weight. There we go. And come on. There we go. Perfect. So then, now that I've done that, up. Oh my god. This lo-fi music is making me sleepy. The tea isn't working. The tea doesn't work. The tea doesn't work. Get bum, get bum. The tea doesn't work. Oh my goodness. I am one sleepy bee. Okay. Since I'm clearly not satisfied with this line, let's just erase it. And let's try to remake it. Hey! I like it! Nice. I'll just get rid of this one. There we go. Let-ta-da! Alright, I'm gonna blame the music. I'm like, oh, sleepy now. Mood? Sleepy. I don't have a sleepy emote, but I am the sleepiness. Also, I restarted my Pokemon Arceus game file for like the 3rd time. And in this playthrough, I managed to get a shiny Drifloom already and a shiny Ursaring. So I was really stoked about that. I was like, oh yes, the shiny hunting. It starts early. I really like to beat that game with a shiny charm and all the Pokedex entries completely filled. Just have a nice game to get easy chances for shinies. Okay. And take away my sketch. Alright. They're gorgeous. Okay. Now we're gonna make another layer. And now we're finally gonna do like the floofening and all of that. Oh, we're gonna put this layer underneath. Yeah, that looks good. I think if there's one thing that I've always loved drawing, I love drawing like fur textures and hair and things like that, just because they're just so a little bit more unpredictable. I feel like this this pink is a little bit too. A little too bright. But anyway. There we go. That. I just love making the swishies. I just love going woo all over the page with swirls and stuff to kind of give you the idea that things are like fur. I guess I'm really struggling with this one. Let's see. Unless, hold on. This one isn't exactly fur. The tip of the tail is supposed to be... Here we go. There we go. It looks watery, but I'm trying to do more of a vaporous form. There we go. You know, I feel like replaying Pokemon Platinum. I haven't played it since college. If only I could find my DS. Ah, yes. I've really been craving to play like my old Emerald file and stuff like that. Just want to play all my old Pokemon games again. Kind of want... Oh, there's that track that kills Zara anytime she hears it. I'm just kind of experimenting here, kind of seeing what I I feel like the music is very... it feels very appropriate for my experimentation. Okay. I think what I gotta do is I need to break up this line a little bit. Oh my god, I can't even take myself seriously with this track. It's a good track, but it's just so goofy. Yes, it is so goofy, Zahar. It is really adorable, and they did a great job making it, but at the same time, I'm like, it just makes me giggle. It's like, oh, hey, we're drawing now. Do, 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 do. Here we go. Yeah. There we go. And now... I'm going to draw another layer on top. And not name it. You know, just to drive people nuts. There we go. There we go. I feel like animating this, like, flowing piece on the Wish Dragon would be a pain in the butt. Because I've never tackled something like this. But at the same time, I also feel like it could be really worth it, the payoff. Because I'm kind of imagining, like, if you've ever watched My Little Pony... and like Celestia and Luna, and I'm kind of envisioning something like that. Just really not satisfied with how that is. I think I need to break it up again. Nope, nope. Okay, we're gonna erase this part right here. The Akemi Show on Nick Jr. Yeah, it does kind of look like Nickelodeon ooze, doesn't it? Oh yeah, because of the soundtrack. Yes, that goofiness, man. It's great, but it just really throws off my vibe a little bit as I'm drawing. This is what happens when you, I mean, I only have myself to blame because I didn't really preview the music. I was just like, you know what, good enough. This cone right here. Nope, nope, nope. I had an idea. Come on. There we go. Come on. The reason why I don't want it too, like, if I made it too wispy like this, like with a little bit more sharper edges instead of rounded, this to me looks a little bit more like flames if I have too sharp of edges. And that's why I wanted something kind of water-esque with the really fat areas, but I have to really round out like these blobs. I guess kind of trying to make it look a little bit more psychedelic and cloudy. And I do like the idea that, like, as these larger areas follow an arc, you have tiny fall off. So kind of think of it that way, where you just have this tiny little fall off. Like the bigger arcs have tinier fall-offs. There we go. And I might be able to have one piece on like the top of the mane right here where it breaks away. There we go. All right. Let's see. Man, I really need to beat Omega Ruby. Started a save file a while back that I got distracted. Oh. Oh, yeah. That'd be really cool. Omega Ruby's awesome. I should play that again. Blaziken is my dude. Oh, I remember when Blaziken first came out and it was that dual. It was one of the first dual type starters. And I was like, oh my god, it's fire and fighting. Like, that fighting dual type really saved my butt on several different things. So, it was really exciting. I was so happy. Let's see. There we are. Okay. All right, let's get back to not this one, not the sketch. There we are, this guy again. And I have to make a line. I think after I finish this part up with his scales, guys, I'm gonna tap out for the day. We're gonna try to anyway, before I like fall asleep. You know, I like the idea that instead of actually seeing the scales from like side to side from like right here and right here, that you just get this tiny little V, like an impression that it's there. But I actually don't have to go in like full detail mode with it. I don't know, let's see where that goes. I'm just like, I'm forcing your mind to connect the dots. All right, take away the sketch layer. Ta-da! Oh, they are so gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Definitely going to have to continue this further and like get some coloring done and everything. Oh, that would look really cool. But guys, I'm absolutely tapped out. I'm pooped. I'm super tired. Oh my goodness. Phew, but yes, also yes, Zara, I definitely am very much excited for the game. Super stoked for that. It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. Even though I told myself, nah, I don't need another Pokemon game. I don't need another Pokemon game. You bet your butt I'm gonna be getting another Pokemon game. This is fine. I'm totally A-okay with this. So, it's gonna happen. Yes, once you get a Switch 2, you'll play the Legends game. Kind of like on Switch 3 partner. Switch 2. Oh man, Switch 3 already? Where have I been? I must have been lost in the woods somewhere, just doing things. The music's going crazy because it thinks it thinks I'm doing stuff. But, guys, you've been absolutely fantastic today. Or tonight, I should say. Unless you're watching this in the future or something that I don't really know. But I'm gonna go ahead and call it. I can feel my energies being absolutely drained. I'm just so tired. And that's okay. But, thank you again so much for coming in here and saying hello and checking in with me. It has been an absolutely blast. I've had a great time. And I will catch you in the next one. Again, not streaming next week, the week after that. Oh my god. And I'll see you all then. So, remember everybody. Yes, looks like I'm tired too. But have a good night. I will. And you guys as well. You too. And you too, JFM. You have a good night's sleep as well. But yes, remember everybody, be awesome. Be you. Akemi. Out.